Hey, chat room, I've started streaming, so let me know when you can hear me and see me and where it is that you see me. Bum bum. Hey, Becky. Becky. On the website. Okay, Paul, that's super. Chat room, anybody on YouTube yet? Live Giz one on YouTube. YouTube is fine. Oh my gosh, Chad. OMG, Chad, thank you. The man has done it again. So it is time for Nothing Can Stop This.
It's the Giz Fiz with the Giz Whiz. It's kind of like Cheese Whiz. It's the Giz Fiz. And now your host, mathematics writer and the Giz Whiz, Dick DeBartolo.
It is indeed Giz Fiz, totally unimproved and tax-free. You pay no tax to watch this show. And now I gently fade the music as I go to a different camera. And the music is gone. All right, so welcome to Giz Fiz. We have the usual rundown, photos and facts from George Davis. We're going to play some logo, some match game. You will make up a snappy answer to a stupid question. And we're also going to do some facts from things they don't teach you in school, which is also the same game as I'm not saying you're stupid, but. And then, maybe a couple people in the past said we should go back to doing Yearn to Learn theater. And we started one like 8 months ago. Maybe we'll restart that one again. I think it was Appreciating Your Parents. Also, does someone want to take on the responsibility of doing a poll? Okay, we did that like 3 years ago. So the chat room comes up with the questions, and then someone puts the poll together, and then we put the link here on the website. And then like in 2 weeks, we reveal the results of the poll. So if someone is willing to write down the questions that we come up with and do the poll, that would be super. Dale said he could attempt a pole dance. Anyway, think about it. That would be great if someone could organize a poll for us. Okay, we'll come up with the questions here in chat. Not techie enough, says Becky. Okay. All right, so I guess we will start with our photos from George Davis. Let's go to photo number 1. Oh, of course it jumped ahead. Bum, bum. Boy, looks like a model, doesn't it? It's a pink.
Barbie car.
Oh, yeah. A pink Cadillac. A pink Cadillac. And we'll go to the 3 shots so we can see the chat room. Captions for the... God, that was a lot of metal, wasn't it? A long... Yeah, Barbie cars. Dennis said the same thing. Elvis! I didn't know Barbie sold Mary Kay. Bobby and Ken are down there in the back seat. Land whale sighting, or a sighting, I guess that is. Match game cars had an upgrade. Dick's new ride. Yeah, never owned a car. That is a model car. That's what I thought. Batman's Batmobile. Bruce Springsteen's Inspiration. Time to bring out the summer car. And now, the song is stuck in my head. When Elvis met Barbie. Johnny B. Good. The Pepto car. Guaranteed not to give you motion sickness, says Dan. This is the car the pink ladies were in the movie Grease. You think we can get scientist Barbie to put rockets on this car? Barbie seen throwing styrofoam containers from this car. I hope not. And we'll end with, ending with chat room. One more. Did those fins really make it faster? Did those fins really make it faster? George said, for the pink Cadillac, my caption is, I'm sure that if you did find out this used to belong to Elvis, it's going to be worth a lot of money. I did not know he had a pink Cadillac. Okay, moving on to photo 2. George says a tire with very low treads. I guess a tire with worn out treads. All right, and we're looking for you to caption that photo. All right. Dan said, oh, I thought you said a pink Cadillac. Don't tread on me. Excellent. Extreme close-up of the pink Cadillac's wheels. Needs to be retired. Time to retread this tire. This tire has been places. This needs to be retired too. Time for new tires. Let's make a bunch of them into a sculpture. Damn if I could find the nail. I'll go cruising with you when your tires are replaced. Wheelie, wheelie, worn. These tires need to be retired. Some kind of old language. That's funny, Becky. This is really a micrograph of the latest Intel chip. I can see Lincoln's entire head. Really? Down to Lincoln's shoulders. New swing. This is tiresome. Oh, Paul said it was a very good year. And we'll end with ending with one more. And we have nothing. I guess we'll end with it was a very good year. Okay. George said, for the low tread tires, my caption, Mr. Garrison, I think you should buy some new tires now. Your treads are low and could be dangerous. All right, let's go to photo 3. Wow, let me look at this. Orange-bodied hummingbird. Wow. Orange-bodied hummingbird. Looks like it's on a shopping cart. Okay, let's see what we get for this. Looks so pretty. Looks like a blush tit? Bush. A bush tit. Orange, you glad I'm not a vulture? I dyed my feathers this color. You're looking at me. Sequin bib. It does look like a bib. Ruth Bader Ginsburg bird. You will see me coming. The spirit of Thanksgiving. Ain't I gorget? Beautiful. Looks like a crochet staff. You won't get a peep out of me. You know, I guess hummingbirds don't make sounds. So I don't know the words. I'll just hum. This dang bird stole the president's hair. Bluebird of happiness rusted. The next president. Who you calling pointy beak? Never seen this kind of hummingbird. Birdie's new sequin necklace. This is my shopping cart. Get on your own. Must be the leader of the pack. They're going to make a Broadway show with me as the star. That bird's on fire. Tweet, tweet, tweet. I mean XXX. And we'll end with Dan. I'm not a bird, but who says I hum? I buzz. Oh, okay. Giz once said they make a buzzing sound. But Brian says hummingbirds squeak. And James says those birds hum and pop. All right, okay. Let's see what George said. For the orange body hummingbird, George said, this is Rufus hummingbird, orange with an iridescent red throat. Okay. 4 of 6. Is that a girl? It's a girl in a soapbox car. Girl in a soapbox car. Boy, that's well made, I'll tell you that. My soapbox car was an orange crate. Okay, girl in a soapbox car. Boxcar, says Pack. My brother will never catch me, declare. Tombo, that was a big bar of soap. I'm going for the pole position. I'm celebrating Sharknado Week. Box fun. The rope is how she activated the ejector seat. Don't get the soapbox wet or it'll turn to suds. Her name is Willie, but don't call her Boxcar Willie. Soapbox Doctor Who, going down a country road. Soapbox Derby for the rich. I hope this handbrake works. I'm off to the mall. Tesla has Spaceman, Tesla has really cut back. Point me to the Derby, please. Needs a big incline. Oh, you're supposed to use the box, not the soap. When I said I needed a box car, I did not mean this. This is really a time machine. Safer than a Pinto. Dang it, mistook my soapbox car for a Tesla and vandalized it. IKEA kit. New Tesla model. And wow, there's so many. She has a bubbly personality. And we'll end with Giz 1. Looks like a cyber truck because it's boxy. It's boxy. Okay. Let's see what George put for that. For the girl in the soapbox car, my caption is, my sister decided to enter the soapbox contest race and ended up in second place. All right, George comes home with strawberry shortcake. Boy, I could go for that right now. Oh, wait, what is it with this? Hello? It just kills me when it's just go back to that. All right. Cake is not short on strawberries. Why can't it be a tall cake instead of a short? Oh, that's funny. Instead of a short cake. We had a skunk out back. It's, oh no. Becky has skunk scent in her house now. Little girl from the Strawberry Shortcake cartoon has really aged. She looks awful in this photo. Scenic photo has less calories. Someone ate the shortcake. The shortcake is wearing sponge cake lifts. The place where the strawberries are grown. God, chat room, you love this. Bit of cream, some vanilla ice cream, couldn't be better. Oh man, one of the most delicious photos George has ever sent in. Time to indulge with creamy delight. My blood sugar is rising just watching it. Strawberry cake forever. Let them eat shortcake. Strawberry is neither a straw or a berry, says Dan. I'd rather have my place smell like shortcake instead of a skunk. And we'll end with Pac, who says, needs more whipped cream. Needs more whipped cream. I don't know. I could get by with that. Let's see. George said, for the strawberry shortcake, my caption is, someone was right in the chat room when they said I always have to bring up some kind of pastry. And here it is. This is, here's how to end the perfect day by having a nice cold piece of strawberry shortcake. Okay, and now 6 of 6. Let's see what George put. George's description is structures along the Columbia River. Okay, well, I guess it could be any river, right? Structures along the Columbia River or a water body of your choice. All right, let's go back to our 3 shot. Down in the valley, Great Looks Valley, house in the middle of the valley, entrance to the land of the lost. They never see the sun from here. That doesn't look like Columbia. It's much wider. What happened to the house in the middle? Looks like the houses are buried. We probably shouldn't have put the outhouse at the top of the mountain. I really have to go. What a beautiful valley. That's where the Columbia River is just a baby. Houses on prime land down by the river. He wanted an out-of-the-way place, but this is ridiculous. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Jammer Bee's hiking trail. For their sake, I hope that dam doesn't break. I hate to go plow that driveway. Couldn't decide if I wanted a river view or a mountain view. V-shaped valleys are made from young rivers. And we'll end with Giz 1 again. If you live here, you'll never run out of water. Actually, we'll end with Dan. I can't get the Giz Fiz way out here. Okay. And George says, for the structure along the Columbia River, my caption is, I lived here for 5 years. Probably would not give it up for anything. It's peaceful and quiet here. Boy, that is not for me. I'll tell you that. I need people. I need people around me. While birds hibernate, they do not urinate. Fact or crap? When birds hibernate, they do not urinate. Fact. Boy, it's really right down the middle. Unless they wear Depends. Fact. When you say crap, are you talking about number 2? No. Very true. Wow, says Giz 1. There are pooping machines, says Johnny B. But I'm going to say they cry. I think they would just pee while they're sleeping. I don't know. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Dennis has no idea. Okay. It is a fact. When birds hibernate, they do not urinate. Their bodies turn it into protein, which they use. Okay. The world's largest butterfly is called the Queen of Alexandria, and it is how many inches long? The world's largest butterfly is called the Queen Alexandria. How many inches? You know, it says how many inches crossed. I'm not sure what that is. 6, 12, 12. Wow. 8. You're on both sides of the right answer. The answer is 10 inches. That would be big. That would be big. People love butterflies. The Museum of Natural History has a new exhibit on not rare jewels, but jewelry designed by, what is it?
Van Cleef and Arpels.
Oh, say it again?
Van Cleef and Arpels.
Oh, yeah, Van Cleef and Arpels. Okay. And so we went to, it just opened Friday. And we forgot that it was Easter week. And the museum was jammed. And one show was sold out, and it was the butterfly exhibit, which has been running there for years, where it's double doored, and they let 10 people into between the two doors, and then they lock the first set of doors, and they open the second set of doors, and you go in, and there are hundreds. You're walking around with hundreds of butterflies, and they land on you, and you can carry one around on your finger. And that was totally sold out for the day. So butterflies are a big thing. Lee Van Cleef was related to the jewelry company. Yeah, I always get it mixed up because I did an ad for Pasta Jewelry from Mad. It was Pasta Jewelry by Van Cleef and Ragu. Van Cleef and Ragu. You know, I don't know how the sun kills people, but the sun kills more people a year than tornadoes or flooding. About how many people a year does the sun kill? Okay. The sun kills more people a year than tornadoes or flooding. It kills about how many people a year? Interesting. You know, I think I guess it's a lot if it's like cancers and things. I don't know. 20,000. You have a guess?
No,
Okay. The sun kills, some right answers up there. The sun kills about 10,000 people a year. Oh my God. You know, chat room, we could never play for this, so I'll just give you the answer. How much air do we breathe in a lifetime? How many breaths do you take in the average lifetime? You take approximately 400 million breaths, equal to 53 million gallons of air. All right. You know, I'll just read this chat room. It says, lions catch 20% of what they're trying to catch, but dragonflies catch what percentage of what they are trying to catch? All right, so lions, I guess, are bad hunters. I don't know. Lions catch 20% of what they're trying to catch, but dragonflies catch what percent of what they're trying to catch? Oh my God, chat room. Oh, these are really incredibly close answers, chat room. I probably would have said 30%. Dragonflies are efficient hunters. Dragonflies are more patient than lions. Chat room, you're pretty good. Dragonflies catch 93% of what they are trying to catch. So a lot of you are very close. A lot of you are up in the 90s with that. We have goodbyes from George. And I'm going to go back to George's pictures because he sent a photo, okay? I probably jumped ahead. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. George said I got a haircut, maybe a little too short. It looked great, George. Toodaloo chat room. Toodaloo to all of you. Another great show. Thanks for your continuing prayers. When my pain decreases a bit, I'll let you all know. In the meantime, I'll keep it quiet. You don't want to keep hearing about it. The Lord says to be happy about all things, so there must be a reason for this pain. Have a happy week. Until we get together again, I love all of you. Bye, George. And I told George George is going to come on next week again live. He said, "Oh my God, I love that. That was being so good to talk to the chat room. Can I do it again?" So we'll do it again next week. George, thank you, George, for this and all that you've done. All right. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Well, talking about the bears, I think we did this question, but I don't remember the answer. On average, how many times a day does a person go to the bathroom? On average, how many times a day does a person go to the bathroom? I guess we should exclude seniors. I'm in with, boy, I'm going to go with 8. Oh, okay, a lot of people are pretty low. It depends on the size of your prostate. Have a guess?
Let's say 10.
10. Dennis is in with 10.
After urinating, I'm pooping.
I'm in with 8. Mr. Day says, does it count if you wet yourself? With as much water as I drink, 8 sounds good, flying out. Spaceman said 42 times. Let's see. On average, how many times a day does a person go to the bathroom? 6. 6 times a day. Oh, we might have done this, but it'd be fun to do it again. What did a cell phone cost at the end of the 1980s? About how much was a cell phone? The cost of a cell phone at the end of the 80s. God, you know, the end of the 80s is like 40 years ago, right? 35 to 40 years ago? 2,500? I'd go, 2,500 sounds good. 4,200 says Becky. 4,000, okay. About how much did a cell phone cost at the end of the 80s? Almost $4,000. Spaceman. I remember GE was making phones for a while, and they had one of the first all-in-one phones with the battery. Remember, you used to have a big battery pack, and I was, I guess, at a train station, and I had my GE phone. It was white. It had the fold-up antenna, and the guy said, "That's one of the smallest phones I've ever seen." And I said, you know, it's from GE, about $800 or something. And he said, "It's amazingly small." And he pointed to my shoulder bag, and he said, and does that include the battery pack? I said, "No, the battery's in here. This is not a battery pack." I am a GE bulb. Yeah, the battery packs were portable and followed from a car. Okay. I don't. Country law maintains that the Baby Ruth bar got its name from whom? Company law maintains that the Baby Ruth bar got its name from whom? Baby Ruth in the White House? Ruth of Windsor? No. Oh, the ZX, you're right. Not the baseball player. Oh, you're getting there. If I put some of these answers together, you do have it. No, not the owner's door. This is very, the chat room, you got, a lot of you have pieces of the answer. Country law maintains that Baby Ruth got its name from whom? From President Grover Cleveland's infant daughter, Ruth. President Grover Cleveland's infant daughter, Ruth. His baby, Ruth. According to a Nestle survey, Baby Ruth candy bars are 22% more likely than any other candy eaters are expected to be fans of what? What kind of a survey was that? According to a Nestle survey, Baby Ruth candy bar eaters are 22% more likely than any other candy eaters to be fans of the Giz Fiz dentists. Baseball is correct. Baseball is correct. Oh, I don't know. Chat rooms. Some of you will know this. What popular 1980s kids movie featured a Baby Ruth loving character named Sloth? What popular 1980s kids movie featured a Baby Ruth loving character named Sloth? Goonies it is. Rosemary's Baby. Oh, you can have some fun with this chat room. In addition to chocolate, peanuts, and nougat, Baby Ruth contains what fourth main ingredient? In addition to chocolate, peanuts, nougat, Baby Ruth contains what fourth main ingredient? Rat poison, glass shards, leather. But most of you have it, not stray hairs. It is indeed caramel. Caramel. Excellent chat room. TWiT was the first American manufacturer of balls for what sport? TWiT. Manufacturer of balls for golf it is. TWiT replaced the numbering system on their Stratotour Ace balls with what symbols? TWiT replaced the usual numbering system on their Stratotour Ace balls with what symbols? No. No. Skull and crossbones? No. Decimal. Oh, you'd have no golf players or not golf players with Stratotour Ace balls? No. No one has it. No. They replaced it with playing card suits, hearts, clubs, spades, and diamonds. What weekly magazine named TWiT Dimple as the invention of the year? What weekly news magazine named TWiT's Dimple as aerodynamic invention of the year? No. Golf Ball Manufacturers Weekly? Mad Magazine? No, we didn't do it. Several of you have it. No, you would think it'd be a golf magazine. It was. And not Scientific America. That's a good guess. Time Magazine. Time Magazine. Several of you said that. All right. Let's get one of these cards that we never can figure out. Anna and Elsa were two must-have dolls that were based on this Disney movie from 2013. Anna. When that many answers come up, I don't even have to look at the card, but it is frozen. Wow. What did Rihanna want you to shine bright like? What did Rihanna want you to shine bright like? Let me see. A new piece of foil, a laser beam, LEDs, a star. What did Rihanna want you to shine bright like? Oh, chat room, why do you have it? Like a diamond. Like a diamond. Oh, these cards must be relatively new. Will Smith made headlines when he slapped this comedian on the 2022 Academy Awards. I don't even have to turn the card over for that. It was indeed Chris Rock. Finish this quote from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. We accept the love blank. I don't even know, is that a book or a movie? Finish the quote from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. We accept the love blank. Oh, no one knows. But prefer cash for a minimal processing fee, unconditionally, blindly, without any of the mirror, from afar. No, it's not it's from Mind the Gap Generation Z card game. I have no idea what this question is about. Oh, but I'll read it and then I'll flip it for the answer. Finish the quote from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. We accept the love of... Oh, we accept the love... Anybody put it? We think we deserve. The movie's very good, says Joy. Okay. All right. Let's see where we are. Okay. We'll do one more. Let me see if I can find some different cards here. Oh, chat room, you're so good at this. What character did Marlon Brando play in The Godfather? We'll accept his first. If you don't know the whole name, we'll accept his first name. Marlon Brando played who? What character in The Godfather? Oh, you know what? Chat room. Okay, one person has, a lot of you have the last name, but only it's gone by. I see only one Vito up there. And there's another Vito. Dan has it too. Vito Corleone. Oh, and there's another one, Roberto. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's take a little look at the Yearn to Learn movie. And just, like Mystery Science Theater, just pitch stuff. You know what? It's been so long since I showed that. I'm not sure it's even going to play. Hang on, we'll see. I guess it's not. Oh. We'll do like 5 minutes of this.
This is the story of a boy named Tommy and how he learned all Mother do for him. This is Tommy's room. Can you guess what he's thinking? Look how neat and
Why do
straight
I
his
live
whole
here?
room is. Tommy's thinking hard because he hasn't done a thing to his room since he left for school this morning.
I should move the
And
chair
when he
next
left,
to the radiator.
the room didn't look like this at all, with toys on the shelves, bed neatly made, clothes put away. No, this morning it looked like this.
Where can I hide the bodies?
Clothes scattered about, toys on the floor. Yes, when Tommy went to school this morning, he left his room a mess. But now, everything is neat and straight.
Who
Now,
did
how
that?
do you suppose that happens? And that's not all. Yesterday, Tommy tore the
I had
sleeve of his favorite
$1,000
cowboy
in this
shirt,
jacket.
and now it's mended as good as new. And this jacket had a button off. Now there's a new button.
Why?
And you know, things of that sort don't happen just in Tommy's
Mom
room.
ruined it.
They happen
That's
all
not
over
true.
the house. After breakfast this morning, the kitchen looked like this. Then, do you know what happened while Tommy was in school? Yes, the table was cleared, the dishes were washed and put away, and the whole kitchen was cleaned up. The
Wow.
same thing happens with the dirty clothes. They get washed and ironed and put away just like magic.
And Tommy lives alone.
And the
That is
groceries that come from
amazing.
the stores. Well, see that chicken? Here's the way it looks when Tommy sits down to supper. Things certainly do happen while Tommy's in school. Now what does Tommy see?
I can
Where's
climb
he
out the
going?
window and not do any chores.
Oh, here's Tommy's father, home from work. And here
Hey,
comes
Dad,
Mother
I
to
cleaned the
say
kitchen
hello.
and straightened up my room.
Tommy likes to be with his parents. And this evening is a little special, for it's the day for Tommy to receive his allowance. Every
penny.
week, Father comes home with money for Tommy and for Mother.
Oh.
Money Father earns by going
There
out
you go, $100,000.
and working for his family. After supper, the kitchen looks very much as it did after breakfast. Do you know who will clean it up?
Tommy?
Tommy knows that when he gets up tomorrow morning, everything will be done. So,
He's a
good night,
nickel.
Father. Good night, Mother.
Get that
Good night.
filmmaker out of my bedroom. I'm going to mess everything up again.
Whoops, almost forgot something very important. He'd better put the allowance money in his bank before he forgets. But say, that's not very much money.
Wait a minute.
And there
Someone
are
cleaned
shows
my
to go
bank
to.
out too.
And that superatomic airplane to send for. And, well, there are so many things a boy likes to have money for. Tommy's going downstairs. He's going to ask Father if he can't have a little more money every
Huh?
week. And Tommy will get to see what Mother and Father do after supper.
Oh my God. This is going to be a lesson he'll never forget.
Oh, they're doing those dirty dishes. And Mother is telling Father all about the things she did while
About the
he was at
birds
work.
and the bees.
Just what did Mother do today? The first thing she did this morning was to fix up the kitchen.
Wow.
She cleared the table and washed the dishes and put the food away and made everything spick and span.
Mr. Dave said Tommy's good at blackmail.
Then she went up to Tommy's room to straighten it. There were train tracks and other toys to be
Oh,
picked up and
trains.
put away. There was the bed to be made. There were clothes to be hung up. And some would need washing or mending. After that, Mother started on the ironing. Doing the family washing and ironing is a pretty
Paul
hard
said,
job,
She let the postman in for
but
about
Mother
an
does it
hour
regularly
for some
every
reason.
week. And the cooking. Mother has to find time to make good, nourishing meals for the whole family
God.
every day. She knows Tommy's appetite is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, where is this mending?
Later, she
oh,
did the
there it
mending.
is.
Well, there's Tommy's cowboy shirt and his jacket. Tommy could be more careful with his clothes.
I'm just going to get a new
Those
key.
are just some of the things that Mother has to do.
Okay.
No wonder she's often tired at the end of the day. It seems Mother never stops working for the family. And what about Father? What does he do all day? Well, he had a particularly hard job today. One he really didn't want to do. But he did it anyway. Because that's the way Father earns money, by doing the job. You see, it is the time he gives, the work he does, that he gets money for.
Wow,
And this
what
is
a
the money the
concept.
family has to pay for the home and food, and give Tommy his allowance, too.
All right, that's the halfway mark. Wow, amazing. Amazing. Who worked after school? Anybody have a job after school? I had a job for a company called Polio. Anybody know what Polio brand made? I think they're still around. Anybody know the brand Polio? Oh, delivered papers. Stephen delivered papers. Yes, Muzza. Yes, they made Italian cheeses, and I worked there on Saturdays, steam cleaning the trucks, okay, that had been carrying mozzarella and ricotta and all this. And you needed a steam hose and a giant, not like a hoe. What was the thing we used to scrape the bottom of the barnacles on the boat? A metal scraper to clean the truck sides down. That was one pathetic thing, but it paid very well. It was a cheesy job. Magoo, she worked at a Sears service center. Oh, wow, right next to the high school. Grocery packer, J-Mez, bottle sorter, a caddy. That's good. Had a class called DECA. That was a work training class. Rufus cleaned an auto repair shop. Volunteered at a local hospital. And a candy striper. Oh, Giz one. Okay, Spectrum to fiber. Bakery, and then a department store demos. This is interesting. Most work not paid. Family stuff, okay. Worked in a hospital after I delivered newspaper. Oh, wow. Jamma B worked in the camera department at a local Montgomery Wards. That's a great job for you, Jamma B. Paul says, I was a secret government agent for a while. Oh, never mind. Nothing. I did nothing. Worked for Target most of my teens. And I wanted to ask one other question. Yesterday, Turner Classic Movies repeated, and Mel Brooks put up the money for this, a documentary on Horn and Hardit. How many people ever went to an automat? How many people ever went to an automat? Oh. Dun, chat room. Let's see, you can't do that with the mic with the cable connected. All right, yeah, oh, that's all right. Just push it like that. Yeah. We will not. You know, a Heil mic weighs a ton. All right, just push it on up. You know what? Just get a piece of black masking tape. We'll put a piece of Gorilla Tape on it. One for me. Yes, yes, exactly. We had a photomat. No, the automat was you've seen it in movies where you put money in and get food out. It was one of my favorite things in the whole world. And then they started closing them, but the guy who ran the automat said, "Don't worry, New Yorkers, as long as I'm around, there will always be one automat." And it was the automat on 42nd Street and 3rd Avenue. And my high school was right next door to the automat. It's going to be ridiculous. What time? Oh, we only have another 8 minutes. Let's see, can we...
Just hold it.
Yeah. No, you know, just get... Do we have like a vase or something they can sit on? Something big? I have a spare one of these Heil mic holders at the warehouse. Yeah, you're going to need more tape. I never realized how much a Heil mic weighed, but it's a lot. That might be enough. Oh, yeah. Ta-da! Perfect. I have to... Let's go to the warehouse. Go to the warehouse tomorrow. Why did that do that? I don't know. We'll try one more time, and I'll just hold it there. All right, chat room. Let's go into match game, and oh yeah, we only have 5 minutes of this left. I have to go to the warehouse tomorrow get this fixed for Giz Fiz tomorrow night. John's feet were so big he could use one of his shoes for a blank. Okay. I'll hold. You want to write an answer? You hold it.
It's okay.
All right, I'll write an answer. John's shoes were so big he could use one of his shoes for a blank. Think of an answer when I ask you, you can just say it out loud. John's feet were so big he could use one of his shoes for a blank. Let me look up at the... Oh, I got matches. That's good. Okay, Dennis, your answer is John's feet were so big he could use one of his shoes as a... Don't have an answer? Okay. My answer is as a boat. As a boat. Okay. All right, let's go to question 2. Dumb Donald was so dumb.
How dumb was he?
He was so dumb he thought you could use blank to mend a broken heart. Dumb Donald was so dumb he thought you could use blank to mend a broken heart. Dumb Donald was so dumb you could use... okay, Dennis? Dennis said Gorilla Glue. Super Glue, we'll give you a match. That's a match. I got plenty of matches. Duct tape, we'll match it with tape. A rusty needle, chewing gum. A bar of melted candy, a stapler. A rusty needle. Okay. Harry said, this is weird. I just found a blank in my Three Musketeers candy bar. Harry said, this is weird. I just found a blank in my Three Musketeers candy bar. Let me look up now. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, very good. I got several matches. A fourth musketeer, that's a finger. A tiny sword. Raquel Welch, a razor blade. D'Artagnan, a fourth musketeer. A warrant for the third. I got several matches. I said a sword. Dennis, what is your end?
Sword too.
A sword. Okay, very good. All right, we'll do one more. And then you can get Charlie. I'll hold the mic. Carl said, if my smartphone was really smart, it would know how to blank. Carl said, if my smartphone was really smart, it would know how to blank. I don't think I'm going to get any matches to this. Carl said if my smartphone was really smart. I forgot the wording of it. If my smartphone was really smart, it would know how to reject all calls, take a message, answer any question, program a VCR, make me a sandwich, block unwanted calls, reject, spam calls. I got do my taxes. No. Give me a beer. No matches. I said if it was so smart, it would pay my phone bill. All right, we do one more, and then, you know, I could hold this while you get Charlie. All right, you want to get Charlie? Okay. Donald was so dumb. How dumb was he? When he heard he was going to visit a friend who had a pool table, he brought along his blank. Dumb Donald was so dumb. When he heard the friend he was going to visit had a pool table, he brought along a blank. Okay. Hey, Charlie. Swimsuit. Oh, I said swimsuit. Hey, Charlie Bear. Hang on, Charlie. Okay. Okay, hang on. You're gonna. Charlie, I don't know how we're gonna give Charlie a snack. We don't have a snack, right? Oh, you do? Can you do both? Hang on a minute, chat room. Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Charlie's going to be very short because we're working. Oh, boy, that's good. Very good.
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie, up here. Attaboy. All right, so Charlie gets his stitches out. Tomorrow he gets his stitches out, and he finished all his medication yesterday, and he's a happy boy. That so wags a lot. Look at that. Look at that. So wags a lot. Yep. Okay, you doing okay with that, Dennis? Okay. Charlie looks great, doesn't he? Yeah. All right, chat room. Oh my God, we're past an hour. All right, you've been watching Giz Fiz. Let's see, so it's next week. Giz Fiz is on Friday, okay? Next Wednesday night is Anchor introducing new products for the year, okay? So next week, the Anchor event. Thursday next week is regular Giz Wiz, as it is tomorrow night. But Fizz is next Friday night. This has been Giz Fiz and Mark Goodson, Bill Todman, Dick DeBartolo, Dennis Wonderland, Charlie the Dog, Scooter X, Jammer B, Declare, Hawks Post. Let me run my credits here. Where are them? Where are my? All right. Hopefully we'll have a new mic stand by tomorrow's Giz Wiz. Then I'm going to cut to you, chat room, for your own credits. Produced by So Wags a lot, so don't blame the Giz Wiz. And get me a treat. Dennis's rehab nurse was Becky. Backup mic holder in training was Ranger Rick. They're going by so fast. Yearn to Learner flying out. Dan Duku appearing as himself. Charlie Stunt Double, Morgus, L.A. Eric, sound engineer who failed today. Fiber user and strawberry shortcake baker, Giz 1. Stephen Toronto is the Hummingbird Wrangler. Tire thread checker, Paul. Gemma B, crafts table, barbecue meats minder. Outside insider, Mad Frank. Pack is the props repairman, chief props repairman. And we'll end with J-Maz's alternate grip. All right, chat room. We'll see you all tomorrow night for Giz Wiz. Okay, bye. And then fade to black. And now I can even fade out the mic.